Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets of our collective past. Today, we find ourselves at the threshold of one of the most pivotal conflicts in medieval history, the 100 Years' War. This epic struggle between England and France, spanning over a century, would leave an indelible mark on the course of European history. As we delve into the origins of this war, let us first set the stage. It is the year 1328, and the Kingdom of France is in turmoil. The Capetian dynasty, which had ruled France since the 10th century, has come to an end with the death of King Charles IV. The French nobility, in their quest for a new monarch, turns to Philip VI, a member of the House of Valois. However, this succession is not without controversy, as Edward III of England, grandson of Philip IV of France, also lays claim to the French throne. Let us transport ourselves to the lush countryside of medieval France, where the rolling hills and verdant forests stretch as far as the eye can see. The air is crisp and clean, filled with the scent of blooming wildflowers and the sound of birdsong. We find ourselves in the midst of a region steeped in history and culture, where the legacy of Charlemagne and the Carolingian Renaissance still linger. The city of Paris, with its majestic cathedral of Notre Dame, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and craftsmanship of the French people. As we navigate the complex web of alliances and rivalries that characterize this era, we find key figures emerging to shape the course of history. Men like Robert III of Artois, a powerful nobleman who would play a crucial role in the early years of the war, and John, Duke of Normandy, who would lead the French army into battle against the English. The year 1328 is marked by a series of diplomatic tensions between England and France, as both nations vie for control of the lucrative wool trade and the strategic territories of Gascony and Aquitaine. In the following years, the situation escalates, with Philip VI beginning to consolidate his power by appointing loyal nobles to key positions within his government. This move is met with resistance from the English, who view it as an attempt to undermine their authority in the region. The year 1337 marks a decisive turning point, as Philip VI confiscates the English-held Duchy of Aquitaine, sparking a chain reaction of events that draws England and France into a conflict that would last for generations. As we explore the historical context of this period, we find that the seeds of discord were sown in the years preceding the war. The English monarchy, under the rule of Edward III, had long been concerned about the growing power of France and its potential threat to English interests on the continent. Meanwhile, the French nobility was increasingly frustrated with the English presence in their territories, which they saw as an affront to their sovereignty. The stage is now set for the epic struggle that will come to define the medieval period in Europe. The players are in position, and the fate of Western Europe hangs in the balance. Join me as we embark on this journey, navigating the triumphs and tragedies of a bygone era, and uncovering the secrets that shape the course of human civilization. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the annals of time, exploring the intricacies of the 100 Years' War. As we navigate the complexities of this era, we find ourselves in the midst of a transformative period in European history. The year 1346 marks a significant turning point, as Edward III of England launches a bold campaign to assert his claim to the French throne. The English army, bolstered by its victories at the Battle of Crécy and the Battle of Poitiers, marches towards the city of Calais, which would eventually become a crucial English stronghold on the continent. Let us transport ourselves to the battle-scarred landscape of medieval Europe, where the sound of clashing steel and the scent of smoke fill the air. The English longbowmen, with their innovative tactics and superior archery skills, proved to be a game-changer on the battlefield, allowing the English to gain a decisive advantage over the French knights. The Battle of Agincourt in 1415 is a testament to this, as the English army, led by King Henry V, secures a resounding victory against overwhelming odds. As we explore the historical context of this period, we find that the war had far-reaching consequences for the people of England and France. The conflict disrupts trade, leads to widespread destruction, and creates a climate of fear and uncertainty. The Black Death, which ravages Europe in the 14th century, further exacerbates the suffering, as the war-torn populations struggle to cope with the devastating pandemic. The 100 Years' War also witnesses the rise of influential figures who shape the course of history. Men like Bertrand du Guesclin, a brilliant French tactician, and John of Gaunt, a powerful English nobleman, play crucial roles in the conflict. The war also sees the emergence of Joan of Arc, the legendary Maid of Orleans, who inspires the French resistance against the English occupation. As we examine the impact of the war on European politics, culture, and society, we find that it leads to significant changes in the balance of power, the development of national identities, and the evolution of chivalry and knighthood. The war also sparks a cultural renaissance, as writers like Geoffrey Chaucer and Christine de Pizan create works that reflect the complexities and nuances of the Herodotus. In this period of great upheaval, we find moments of remarkable courage, resilience, and ingenuity. The 100 Years' War is a testament to the human spirit's capacity to endure, adapt, and overcome even the most daunting challenges. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we conclude our journey through the annals of time, exploring the decline and aftermath of the 100 Years' War. As the 15th century progressed, the French began to gain the upper hand in the conflict. The Treaty of Picquigny, signed in 1456, marked a significant turning point, as it established a temporary peace between England and France. However, this peace was short-lived, and the war resumed in the 1460s. The French, led by King Louis XI, implemented a series of military reforms, which enabled them to drive the English out of their territories. One notable example of French military innovation during this period is the use of artillery. The French developed powerful cannons that allowed them to breach the walls of English-held fortresses, such as the Castle of Rouen. This strategic advantage gave the French a significant edge on the battlefield and ultimately contributed to their victory. The final battle of the 100 Years' War took place in 1453 at Castillon, near Bordeaux. The French army, led by Jean Bureau, defeated the English forces under John Talbot, Earl of Shrewsbury, marking the end of English rule in Gascony. This decisive victory cemented French control over their territories and brought an end to the war. The aftermath of the 100 Years' War saw significant changes in Western Europe. The conflict had weakened the English monarchy, paving the way for the rise of the Tudor dynasty under Henry VII. In France, the war had fostered a sense of national identity, as the French people came together to resist English occupation. This newfound nationalism would shape French politics and culture for centuries to come. The 100 Years' War also had far-reaching consequences for European society. The conflict had disrupted trade, led to widespread destruction, and created a climate of fear and uncertainty. However, it also sparked a cultural renaissance, as writers like François Villon and Guillaume Dufay reflected on the complexities and nuances of the Herodotus. As we reflect on the legacy of the 100 Years' War, we are reminded that its impact extends far beyond the medieval period. The conflict shaped the balance of power in Western Europe, influenced the development of national identities, and contributed to the evolution of chivalry and knighthood. It also left a lasting impact on literature, art, and culture, as writers and artists sought to make sense of the war's complexities. In conclusion, the 100 Years' War was a pivotal moment in European history, marked by remarkable courage, resilience, and ingenuity. As we conclude our journey through this epic conflict, we are reminded that its legacy continues to shape our understanding of Western civilization. The war's impact on politics, culture, and society remains palpable, serving as a testament to the enduring power of human creativity and perseverance in the face of adversity. And so, our exploration of the 100 Years' War comes to an end. We hope you have joined us on this journey through time, navigating the triumphs and tragedies of a bygone era and uncovering the secrets that shaped the course of human civilization. Thank you for listening to History with Herodotus. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.